Good morning. Oh, ignore this. Bye. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Oh, this wig needs a brush and I don't have one. Oh. How are we? Andy and Fergus, thank you so much for Andy, thank you for gifting the sub to Ruby. Fergus, thank you for the Prime sub. Happy Saturday. Hello. Intricate, hello. Welcome on in. Hello, Goose. Hello. How is everyone? Let me, let's fix our camera. If you're new here, we start by fixing my camera because it's never right. It's never right and it's never okay. Configure video, yes. Yes, we're gonna take that off, take that off. I'm gonna zoom in just a smidge. That way y'all can still see when Goose comes in. The real star of the show, truly. I think we take the brightness down just a little. Yeah, I think that just kind of crisps it up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Honk honk. How is everyone? How was your week? How's your weekend going? If you're a fan of the wig, you can thank Jared. I always, when he's home, which it's weird because he doesn't work at his restaurant job anymore, so he's home on Saturday nights now. But I usually go in and have him like pick something, and usually he picks some random color. Like I went in and asked him what color lip I should do. I had everything with the lip done. And he was like, blue. And I was like, I'll think about it. Because I had my blue contacts in. So that was what his thought process was. So I see where it came from, but we decided against the blue lip this evening. But I did go in with a brown wig on. And I was like, how does this look? And he's like, it looks good. And I was like, would it look better with red hair? And he said, yes. So here we are. This is where we landed. Yeah, I was pretty impressed. I'm not gonna lie. If you hear, you might hear him too. He's in his room right now playing Call of Duty. So if you hear like random yelling, that's where he is. That's also probably why you won't see Goose most of the night, because Jared's home and Jared's more fun than I am. So, but here we are. So here's the plan for today. First off, my nails are still. I still have 10 nails. We love that. Thanks, Hollow Taco. This is duct tape gray, of course. So we're gonna start by talking about Drag Race. Some of us watched it in the Discord yesterday. We're gonna do. I have a little tier maker. So what I want to do is keep track of throughout the season, like who we think is gonna win, who we think is gonna be next out, all of that. Drag Race is a lot. It truly was. I love how it kind of looks like I'm not wearing anything if I don't. Let's just a smidge down. Yeah, that's better. Anyway, yeah, Drag Race was a lot. So what I did was I created a tier list maker thing, like a template. So folks who want to, you can fill it out too. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill it out with who I think like our tops are, who is like middle of the pack, who I think should maybe not unpack just yet. And then each week, because my plan is, as long as I'm able to stream Drag Race in the Discord, if not on Friday when it airs, I'll do it like Saturday, because I have it on Philo where I can play it on demand too. So, I might cry if someone I like leaves. Here's the thing: I used to be the same way. Like early Drag Race, I used to be the same way. But at this point, like, there's really no such thing as a loser on Drag Race unless you say or do something problematic. Like they're all gonna be just fine. Like it used to be, like the early seasons, it was still like drag wasn't quite so mainstream just yet. It wasn't as like much of a guarantee that your like career will take off after Drag Race. But now, like, if you're on Drag Race, you're gonna be fine. If you want to keep working, you will be just fine. You will have no problem getting booked. Like, you know, obviously folks will have different results and some people will experience more of a boost than others, but like nobody on Drag Race is gonna like need to worry about getting work in the future. So that helps. I feel like now Drag Race is less about, although the $200,000 prize, hello? That's nice. Wouldn't mind that. But, you know, I feel like it's less about like winning Drag Race. Obviously that would be great and everybody wants to. But, I feel like for so many people, it's more like taking advantage of and harnessing like the exposure that you get for being on Drag Race and kind of translating that into some sort of like after Drag Race success. You wonder if Miss Congeniality... I would assume so. Imagine a Miss Congeniality getting as much as like the winners used to. Although, like, first couple seasons, the prize was what, like 25,000? Hello? So, we'll see. I mean, I'm glad. They deserve it, especially with how much it costs to go on Drag Race now. Like, as much as people talk about how it shouldn't, like, all the looks that they have to get put together. And of course, at this point, unless you're like a incredible designer and seamstress yourself, like you're booking people, you're commissioning people to make these looks for you. I'm combing through my hair right now because it's so tangled. Again, this wasn't the wig I was going to wear, so it wasn't really ready and it's all tangled at the bottom. Love seeing all the bins in the last episode. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, they're all, you know, they're planning for what, however many episodes, somewhere between 10 and 15, depending on what ridiculousness they have planned for this season. So you've got probably between 20 and 25 looks, I would assume they've got prepared If you include like their entrance look, all the promo stuff, they do an entire week of press. You're probably planning looks for all of that too. So, and it's not cheap. It's not cheap, especially like if you look at some of the stoning and things, girl, some of those looks by themselves are thousands of dollars. And then you add wigs, and then you add shoes. Everything else that kind of goes, jewelry, and just like in like real world drag, it's like a crime if you wear the same thing more than once. So, I mean, how many times have we heard people say like, oh, I had to take out a loan, or like the ridiculous things people have had to do in order to afford just to go on Drag Race. And that's why folks get so upset when they go home early, because like, you know, someone went home last night and had thousands of dollars worth of drag that they never got to show on the show. Not to mention all the people who were probably banking on having their work seen on the show, who may or may not now. It's a lot. It's like there's a whole like industry and kind of world built around drag now, which is great, but also like it's a lot. I feel like it's so class. I mean, it kind of always has been, but yeah, for sure. For sure. Although I will say, I feel like they cast a good number of folks who, like, not to start this conversation too early, but like Amethyst does not look like she's maybe invested quite as much as some of the other queens have in her wardrobe. And I feel like that's where the whole like idea of filler queen comes in, and people talking about like, oh, this person's just here to be like fodder for the other queens and they're not going to win, but like, I don't know. I guess we'll see. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out how this hair works. I love her. She's adorable. Oh, I'm not arguing any of that. You don't win for being the most adorable, though. That's not typically how it works. I feel like you're cheering for her simply to spite other people. I feel like you don't have like a good reason other than just I like her, which is fine. You don't need one. But this feels like I'm gonna be contrarian. Look at me, the quirky Amethyst fan. Also, I feel like I look incomplete because I'm not wearing gigantic paper lashes. I'm wearing like just regular drag lashes. What's a better reason to like her than to like her? Like some reason related to the show. I mean, like I said, you don't need a reason. Claws in, girl. Claws in. I will say, I feel like, and we're going to talk about this when we go to our tier list, but I feel like I think she's running into a little bit of what Trixie ran into in her season as well, where, like, Trixie's funny. She's a comedy queen, and she billed herself that way, but she also, I think, got so nervous, and when it came to actually being on the show, I think she struggled to push past that and be funny. And I think Amethyst is having the same problem. She comes in and she says, I'm a comedy queen, I'm a meme queen. And I think she's struggling to let that shine through. But that's just my take. But that's what we're here for. This is my stream, so you're gonna hear my opinion. Whether we like it or not. So yeah. That said too, I think take it all with a grain of salt. Drag is art, and there is no like objective good versus bad. Although there were certainly a lot of opinion shared in yesterday's episode about what makes good drag and what doesn't, and we'll talk about that as well. But, and like I said, they're all going to be fine. Even the person who was eliminated yesterday, she only got 1 episode, she's going to be fine. People will still be paying thousands of dollars to book her. Easily. So, they're all going to be fine. They're all going to be fine. So yeah. Then we're going to play some Fortnite. I was going to play a scary game, but, well, I'll be honest, my Fortnite content's kind of going off lately, so I'm going to keep playing more Fortnite, because it really bothers the straight people. I have so many comments, on YouTube especially, from people who are really bothered by the fact that someone who looks like me is playing their precious Fortnite. And I love that. So we're going to keep doing it and make sure that I have plenty of content to post for those people. These trolls are going to get me into the YouTube partner program. You just wait. Mark my words. They're going to get me into the YouTube partner program eventually. Start Ready to Be checks. Okay. Let's do this. That's what I said, Ferg. I was like, if you think I'm the only queer person playing Fortnite, I have very bad news for you. I might be one of the most, like, visually aggressive or most, like, visibly queer people, but there are plenty of us. As soon as they put Ariana Grande in that game, girl, we flooded in. We're there. That's all you play? That's most of what I play now. I can't remember the last time we streamed something else. Probably it was a horror game. We used to play a lot of Dead by Daylight, but most of my community doesn't really vibe with that anymore. And I don't like playing it by myself, so we don't really play that anymore. We've played... Oh no, we played Divine Knockout. But yeah, mostly it's Fortnite. Fortnite's like my go-to if I don't feel like playing anything else. Like if I'm like, oh, I don't really... Like, there's nothing that's jumping out at me. I'll just play Fortnite. It's like my default. It's fun. It's relatively like low attention, so like I can still keep up with chat, talk to people in voice chat and all that without feeling like I'm getting distracted. And it's fun. And like I said, the content does really well right now, so I'm gonna keep milking that. Every dollar I can get. All right, let's how do I do this so that you all can't see these very doxing ads on my screen? Presentation mode? Presentation mode. Okay. Is he talking to the dog? He talks to the dog like the dog speaks fluent English. Like full sentences. Anyway. Anyway, let's I'm sorry, I've got this one hair that's like it's really messing with me. Alright. So let's get into it. So the way that I set this up, we have 10 tiers. Button please. Oh my god, my button's not working. That was weird. I had to push the button like 5 times. And there we go. Okay, perfect. Perfect, okay. This is probably really small on your screen, but it's because there are 10 different tiers. So instead of doing like, usually you have like what, 4 or 5? I did 10. And here's why. We're gonna go through the tiers. So tier 1 is front runner. So this is where I'm going to put who I think is like winning right now. I think there's a very obvious choice right now. Then we have top 2, top 3, top 4. So we're going to rank the top 4. After that, it gets a little bit more like flexible. So there's a section that says could get interesting, meaning they're good and there's still time and potential for them to move up into that like top 4. Could be a contender if we see some growth or something different. Then we have good, not great. So we have folks that I don't think are probably going to be there at the end, but they're good. They're not like they're not the filler queens. They're not the folks who like, I feel like there are a couple we can already tell like you're not going to make it to the end, and that's not me being shady. That's just being honest. Okay, these people sign up for a competition. They know what they're in for, and I think we all know like there are just some people that I don't think are probably going to be there at the end, unless we see like drastic, humongous change. I could absolutely be wrong. This is all my opinion. This is not like I am no authority on Drag Race. Next we have meh. So these are people that are just kind of middle of the pack, not terrible, not great. They're just kind of there. And then we have you and Danger Girl. So these are people who are maybe not going home tomorrow or going home the day after, but they're on notice. Then we have going home soon. So people that I see going home in the next episode or 2. And then the last category is folks who have already been eliminated. So when a queen gets eliminated, we'll put them in that tier at the bottom, just so that they're not off the board entirely. All right, deal? Now I think there's a way for me to share this too. Hang on. I might have to get out of presentation mode. Share. Yes. Share link. Yes. So if you want to fill one out yourself, there's a link. And there's a way for me on my end, since I'm the one who created it, there's a way for me to see community ranks. So it's not going to show every individual person's rankings. So like if Andy fills it out right now, it's not going to show me what specifically she said, but it'll give me like the average of everybody else who has done the tier list. So the more of you that do it, the more data we have to go on. Deal? Deal. All right, let's go through it. Let's go through it. Okay. So first, let's go ahead and just get the one who's eliminated out of the way. Spoiler. If you are not interested in spoilers, if you haven't seen the first episode, now's your chance to click away. Give us like half an hour and come back. We'll probably be done by then. I'll wait. I wait for my viewer count to plummet. Okay, great. So we're going to start with the person who got eliminated, just because I feel like that's like the only one that there's an obvious choice for. So the person who was eliminated was Irene, which I'll be honest, I did not enjoy. I thought she was fun. I thought Irene was really good TV. So I'm really personally going to miss her, just because I think that she was going to be some good TV for us. I understand her talent was not, maybe didn't land like it should. Although I do have, I have seen folks on Twitter who are like, I've seen her do this number before. It's hilarious in person. It takes a lot longer. She gets a chance to do more with it. And like what you saw on TV is not what she normally does when she does this. So benefit of the doubt, understand too that we're watching a TV show or we're not probably seeing everything that actually happened. They also do, as much as they say we don't edit things a certain way, they very clearly edit it so that certain people look like they were funny and certain people look like they weren't. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. But I do wish Irene could have stayed. I wish someone else had gone home. I feel like I wanted to see more of what Irene does. I feel like she had a lot more to offer. I felt like her whole kind of like aesthetic was a lot more exciting and interesting, and I feel like we could have seen a really great range of drag from her. And so I'm really bummed that we're not going to see that. Of course, follow them all on Instagram. They're probably all going to post all their looks anyway, but yeah, I was really bummed. I think she was going to be some good drama, if we're being honest. I think she would have been great on Untucked. She was already kind of rubbing some of the like social media queens, baby queens, some of the younger queens the wrong way. I think her like and this is very much like an old school drag thing, like, oh yeah, we all read each other, you're like, the more you like someone, the more you like talk shit about them. That's very like classic drag behavior. And I think she really embodied that, and I feel like it rubbed other people the wrong way, but I think it would have given us some really good TV. So I wish that she were staying, but she was in fact the one who was eliminated. Love ya. I think she'll be a great addition to a future season of All Stars, which I guess is like the silver lining of the fact that we've got 35 different series of Drag Race out there now, is that anyone who you like on Drag Race, there's a very good chance they're going to pop up again in some other franchise in the future. So catch Irene on like UK versus the World season 4 or whatever, probably airing next year. So love you, Irene. I don't think she should have been the one who went home. I don't think she deserved it. I think, honestly, I wouldn't have even probably put her in the bottom 2. I think I would have put Lucy in there instead, but it's fine. I'm not RuPaul. It's not my show. I don't get a vote. It is what it is. Now we're just going to go in alphabetical order, starting with Amethyst. So here's the thing. I kind of said this earlier. I don't hate Amethyst. I know certain people are trying to frame it like I hate Amethyst. I don't think she's going to win. I don't think she's probably going to get super far. And I mentioned this earlier. I think just needs time. I think she's another one that I think we could see sort of like what happened with Raja O'Hara, where Raja, like her first season, there were like moments, but she was overall just not, I think, ready yet. I think Amethyst is heading on the same trajectory, where I think she's setting up for a comeback somewhere in the future. I don't think she's going to be in this season for long. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe this challenge maybe just wasn't for her. But I think for someone who came in and was like, I'm a comedy queen, the comedy is not hitting. So I am going to put her in the going home soon category. Not because I'm trying to like piss anybody off or start a fight. However, I do think that she's probably not long for the season. Her looks were like, fine. They weren't great. Her runway was like a bodysuit with belts and bows, which is cute, and I'm a little surprised she didn't get red for that. Maybe it was just because there were so many people. I don't think we got a ton of critiques because there are still so many queens in the competition. So that's probably what happened. But I think if there had been fewer queens left, that look would have gotten her a lot more attention, and not in a good way, personally. And again, I don't think she's a bad queen. And I think when we're talking about Drag Race, we're talking about a different like paradigm. So any of these queens are probably big fish in a little pond back home. Like they're among the best at what they do where they are. But this is Drag Race, and there's a different kind of expectation. So that's how I feel about Amethyst. Up next is Anitra. Girl. Anitra's so good. She's so good. I know that, and I said this yesterday when we were watching the show. I don't like comparing queens, and I know that most queens hate being compared to other queens. And I'm not saying this about her drag, but visually, she literally looks like a cross between Detox and Angeria to me. If they somehow had a child, that's Anitra to me. And she's stunning. I will say one nitpicky thing. I did not like the like hood that she was wearing when she came out, her entrance look. She was wearing like the yellow and black thing. It was not my favorite. It was like this kind of like Hellraiser leather hood that like snapped or velcroed underneath her chin. It didn't really fit super well. I don't think it made a whole lot of sense with the look. Let me see. Can I pull it up? Anitra entrance look. No, I guess not. Oh, wait. No. Although this is very similar. Yeah, this. I just don't. I don't I don't like it. It does, like I said, it doesn't look like it really fits her head super well. I get that it's supposed to be like this kind of harder, like edgy thing. I just don't think it looked great. I would have rather seen like a slicked back pony or even like a bob. I don't know. The hood just didn't do it for me. Otherwise, though, I do like this look. I think it looks really great. And her talent was, I think, the best one. Broad sweeping generalization, but I think I was super disappointed in the talent show as a whole, this one night only thing, because it was literally, I think we had what, 2 people who didn't just do a lip sync, which is a talent. And I feel like when we're talking about a talent show on Drag Race, I think folks are hoping to see something other than like the thing they do pretty much every episode. So I was hoping to see a little bit more variety when it comes to the talent. So kudos to Anitra for having, like, she did a lip sync, but it was also like she did some, like, I don't remember if it was karate, taekwondo, whatever it was she was doing. She was breaking boards. She was doing flips and kicks and splits and shit. So I appreciate that she did a little bit more. Yeah, like it was, maybe it was because there were so many of them and it just felt like there were so many lip syncs. Maybe if there were less of them, it wouldn't have felt so overwhelming. But like, you know, Marsha did like a dance. Irene did the water thing. Lucy sang live. Like, even the ones that weren't as successful, like Irene and Lucy, for example, I feel like I give them a little extra credit simply for doing something other than just a simple lip sync. Like, I feel like if you're going on Drag Race, you know lip syncing is something you're going to do. So for a challenge like this, a lip sync feels safe. A lip sync feels really safe. And almost all of them were lip syncing to their own songs. So they're already doing this. And this is like one of the gripes a lot of people have with Drag Race is that there's so many seasons now that it feels like there's a formula people follow. And they know, like, you've got to have like a really snappy entrance line because that's going to be how you get, ever since Vanjie, everybody thinks they need some sort of like really like snappy, really memorable entrance line or exit line if you're eliminated. And you got to have music ready so that when you get eliminated, you can release the single. And that's like the cash grab as soon as you get eliminated. And I feel like people are starting to pick up on all that. And so they're coming to the show ready. And it's like, ugh. So it's just one of those like reminders of how kind of like commercial the show is becoming, even though it's always been commercial. It just feels like one more thing, you know? But I did really like Anitra. I think she was the winner of this week's challenge. So she won the Maxi challenge. Her talent was really cool. I'm really excited to see more from her. But prior to the talent, she wasn't really standing out a whole lot for me. So I would have put her kind of like middle of the road. But the talent was really eye-opening for me. So I am going to put her as my top right now just because I think it's the first episode and she won and it makes sense. And there's no reason to believe anybody else right now is really ahead of her. I think this is probably going to change. I'm interested to see how she'll do like in an acting challenge. Could be really interesting to see. So yeah. But so far it looks like most of them can at least dance. You know, we did the choreographed like Miss America thing that they did. Nobody seemed really super terrible at that. Nobody seemed to be struggling with the like memorizing the steps and everything. So I think maybe it's these like comedy challenges, acting challenges. Do we know can Anitra sew? You know, if they get to the point where she does like a makeover. So some of these other like maybe more Drag Race specific skills. Because that's, I think, where the rift ends up happening. We see a lot of folks who come on the show. We're going to talk about this with Sasha Colby too, where they're like well-known, established, very good drag performers. But when you come to Drag Race, it's not the same as what drag is like in your area. Like, you're not doing the same things on Drag Race that you're doing at your local bar. Some of it is, but like, it's when we get into some of these more kind of like niche Drag Race moments that I think we'll see some separation amongst especially the top folks. It'll be real clear who can do it and who can't, I think. The next one is Aura, my Ari. She's from Nashville. And I think she's fine. I think she's really pretty. I think she's very attractive out of drag too. I don't know that she was necessarily like particularly memorable for me. She did a dance for her talent. She did a Dance to Kill This Love by Blackpink. And it was good. I don't know if I would have said it was like great, but again, there were so many lip syncs that it feels hard sometimes to like compare them because they're all so I mean, it's all the same kind of act. So I would put Aura, I think I'm gonna put her in Could Get Interesting, because I think it's early enough that I think she might have more to show us. So do I think she's going to be top 4? Not right now. But who knows? We really don't know enough about any of these queens to really like write any of them off, except for Amethyst. Except for Amethyst. I'm kidding. Of course. Next, wait, I'm missing a row. I'm 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 14, 15. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. They're in alphabetical order, and I was like, how can we be to the J's already? But we are. So next up is Jax. Jax, I think, was one of the big surprises for me. So until the talent show, I had no real strong feeling about Jax. I thought she was pretty. She's another one who's very attractive out of drag as well. All I could think about the entire episode about Jax was all she kept saying was, I'm athletic. I'm athletic. I was a cheerleader and a gymnast. And she came out in a cheerleader costume, and it felt very like, okay, what else do you do? Like, what else you got? Hi, Doxy. Welcome on in. So it felt very like one note. It felt a little like Jax was like leaning into that real hard. And I was like, okay, what else can you do though? And then the talent show came up, and girl, changed my whole mind. I have seen someone do jump rope with their hair before. So that is not, I think, the most original. Obviously, we've never seen it on Drag Race. I don't think that person was doing it with, they had literally their hair was clipped into their wig. So that was really cool. Thought it was a really fun touch. Obviously super athletic. Gave us that iconic quote from Anitra where she said, she was talking about, did like double backflip, and then landed on her titties ever so gently. I loved that. So I really like Jax. Similarly though, I'm still wondering like, what else do you have? I would love to see how she does in like an acting challenge. I'd love to see if she can do comedy. And I anticipate, just again, we're basing all this on like the one episode we've had so far. I feel like she might struggle with some of that. It feels a little like when, especially in these big group things, it feels like she sort of fades into the background a little bit. So I think she might struggle there. So I'm gonna put Jax in. I'm gonna put her in Good Not Great. But I'm open to changing my mind if she shows some greatness. I think she definitely has what it takes. Nice, Doxy. Next we have Lucy LaDuca, who's one of the 17 Connecticut queens we have this season. Here's the thing. I really want to like Lucy, and I do. But a couple things. One, I will give her credit. She sang live, which is always a risk. And in a talent show with 15 people who chose to just do a lip sync, I give her all the credit in the world for singing live. Was it good? Not particularly. But I think we could tell she can sing. She maybe was nervous. It sounded very much like she was nervous to me. That's what I'm chalking it up to. I think she got super nervous. And I think being on that stage, she wasn't really sure what to do with herself. And so it showed. I don't think she looked as confident as she could have. But you could tell that she can sing. Like if she were given the opportunity to record that song, well, she probably has. I would like to hear the recorded version of that song because I think she can sing and she just wasn't on her A game when she performed for Rue. So, but again, how many of us would get up on stage and live sing in full drag and dance around the stage? I sure wouldn't. And no one else did. No one else sang. So I give her credit for that. She also has the distinction of being the first queen to cry on camera. When she was put in the bottom, she cried. But she saved it though. She made a little joke and she saved it and kind of bailed herself out. But yeah, I don't know. I wonder if she's going to be able to handle it, because it seems like her nerves are really getting to her. And then, she was in the bottom and she cried. So I wonder if emotionally she's got the like toughness to get through it. So I want her to, because I think she can do some great things. Her body's great. Her padding is great. Her drag is polished. I would love to see her get a chance to sing again. So I'd love to see them do like a rusical or something where she could have a chance to actually sing, and maybe get a little bit of redemption, because I think she can sing. I believe in her. It's hilarious that she's a construction. I don't know why it's so funny to me that she's a construction worker. I'm just like picturing her like wiring up a building or whatever the hell she does, and then coming home and doing drag. So good for her. I do really like her, but I also think that maybe there's a question mark in terms of kind of her, I don't want to say toughness, but like, I'm concerned that she may not be able to handle like the pressure. So I could see her having like an emotional hurdle that she's maybe not able to clear. Wiring up, it's whatever, whatever construction workers do. So I'm gonna put her. I'm gonna put her in You in Danger Girl, because being in the bottom, I think kind of automatically you're on notice that if you don't change something up, you could be back in the bottom again next week. I want to put her in like the meh or good not great, and I think that I'm anticipating, I'm gonna manifest now that we will see Lucy move up this ranking, because I think she can, but I think she's just got to get out of her own way, her inner saboteur, as they would say. But I think that she can do it. It's clear that she's got the talent. I think some of the other queens, it's a question for me of like, do they have the talent or like experience to make this happen? I think Lucy's got all the pieces. She's just got to put them together. And that's the difference with her, I think. Moving on to Luxe Noir London, who's from New Jersey, but I think also, was she one of the ones who said she was also from Connecticut? I can't remember. I don't think so. I think she's the New Jersey, just New Jersey. Here's the thing about Luxe. Luxe, I think, is of all of the like social media, like baby queens, oh, maybe that ain't, I don't know. I don't remember her saying that, but maybe, I don't know. I think of all of the like social media queens, she's the one that most of them are talking about when they talk about like, do you have like the transferable skills? She very much to me sounds like an Instagram queen. Like when she came in and they're like, what are you most looking forward to? She's like, oh, I'm looking forward to winning. And like when she was talking about who is Luxe, she's like, oh, she's just really like snatched and pretty and stunning, and she's a model and she's Beyonce, and it's like that's what every like Instagram queen says. So I feel like that's who comes to mind when the like some of the other like more kind of like traditional queens are talking about the baby queens. I feel like that's what they're talking about, is a lot of the stuff that Luxe says. That said, her talent was good. She did a lip sync like a lot of other folks. And it was pretty good. I mean, it was good. She's not a bad lip syncer. I don't think anybody who does a lip sync for the talent show is like going to be bad at lip syncing. It was fine. I think it wasn't the best lip sync of the night. I wouldn't even say it was probably one of the best like 2 or 3 lip syncs of the night. So it was fine. I hope she's got more to show, but I also am worried that she doesn't. So for that reason, I'm going to put her in Matt. Because I think she's good. She's very pretty. But there's nothing to me that's like sets her apart from everybody else who also is pretty and had good lip syncs that night. It didn't really feel like there was anything like I like her hats. The hats that she wears when she's out of drag, those are cool. I wouldn't mind a couple of those. Not that I'm probably really a hat person, but anyway. Next we have Malaysia Baby Doll Fox, who I think had the best entrance look. I loved it. Was this like furry moment. She was dressed like it was giving me like Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog. She had the little foxtails, which again, I don't really understand the appeal of foxtails. I know that it's supposed to be like look how rich and expensive I am, and I get that, but it's whatever. And she had this like floor length rhinestone gown. I gasped when they got to the mini challenge and she had to stand there in all this very clearly expensive drag, very pretty drag, and get hosed down. Although she was getting hosed down by 4 delicious men in Speedos, so I'm sure she was fine. But I really liked her entrance look. I thought it was so, so cool. Malaysia's the first drag race queen from Miami, which is kind of wild to me because especially if you're on like, if you look on TikTok, Miami drag, if you've ever seen like the TikToks of, there are like 3 or 4 queens in Miami who do this at the clubs or the bars or the like restaurants where they're working. They'll literally like shimmy up like a support beam and drop off and do a split on the floor in like a bikini. That's like what Miami drag is like. And so it's very surprising that it took this long for someone from Miami to get on. But also very excited. So Malaysia's also the one who in her like out of drag, like her IRL world, she is a makeup artist and a hairstylist, and she's the one who's worked on Trina and the City Girls and a bunch of other celebrities. So someone who very clearly knows what she's doing. I would imagine she will not have any trouble when it comes to a sewing challenge or if there's a makeover challenge coming up. So I'm excited to see that. I think her talent, I think she did a lip sync too. It was a rap song of her own, and I think it was fine. It wasn't anything kind of like Lux where it was like, it was good. It wasn't like knock my socks off. I think had Anitra not been so good, some of these other people might have gotten away with being kind of like but having been in the same show as Anitra, who was doing flips and kicks and breaking boards and all this backflips, and Jax with the jump roping hair and the backflips, like it wasn't that. You know, it didn't have me clutching my pearls. It didn't surprise me. There was nothing that was like that we maybe haven't seen before. So I think Malaysia's got a ton of potential. I think it'll be interesting to see if we have more choreography challenges, if she, because she also like she was good, but she wasn't doing like a lot of like the kind of dance moves we're used to seeing in lip sync. So I think she might struggle. She also seems a little bit judgy, I'm not gonna lie. She's one of the ones that like she warmed up toward the end of the episode, but first impression she was not happy with a lot of the other queens, especially the younger ones. So I'm gonna put her in could get interesting, but she might end up in one of these top 4 slots once we get to the end of the list. So I think she's got a lot of potential. There's a very high ceiling for her because, again, she's got a lot of the baseline skills. So a lot of the things that I bet these younger queens, y'all think Sugar and Spice know how to sew? Probably not. Or certainly probably not at the level that some of these more seasoned queens can. So I think that's where we'll see some of that like difference in experience really manifest itself. But very excited to see more from Malaysia. I think she's got a lot to show us. Next up is I think the queen that I probably underestimated the most, I'll be honest. Although I do also think, well, we'll see. But it's Marsha. She's from New York. I'm on the fence with her, honestly. I think she did a great job. Her talent was hysterical. It was so good, and it was smart. It was funny, and it was very campy, but it was also like actually good dancing. So she managed to take what probably would have been a kind of lackluster talent performance of like if she just got up there and did ballet, like that would have been cool and would have been good, but maybe not quite as like exciting as some of the other performances. She found a way to build it into a total act that I think really worked. Yeah, I like her a lot. What I will say is my concerns are, can she do anything other than Marsha Brady? When it comes time like to an acting challenge where she has to embody a character other than Marsha, is she going to be able to do that? 2, she barely wears any makeup, and she got kind of called on it. And that's not to say that you have to wear a ton of makeup to be a drag queen. However, she will not be able to get away with doing that same face every week. That she just won't. So I appreciate a good gimmick. I appreciate a good like themed queen, and I'm hopeful that she can do more than just Marsha Brady. Can she? I think probably. You know, she's, as she said, and she made sure we knew, she's classically trained theater. She's got a BFA in musical theater, dancer, singer, all of it. So I'm hopeful that we're going to see more range from her. But you know what she gives me is, she kind of reminds me of Blair Sinclair. In the sense that, like, Blair was super pretty. Blair was kind of like a Broadway, like, musical theater queen. And I think she really struggled to break out of that and give us something else. And I'm worried that Marsha might go the same route. So she seems aware that people are concerned about that. And I would imagine that that's something she would have considered. But I am really excited. I thought she was going to be a snooze, I'll be honest. I was not looking forward. I wasn't super excited about any of her promo stuff. But her talent was so good. It was so good. I thought it was going to be cringy. I thought it was going to be weird. Because she went right after they had the conversation about people trying to like out obscure each other. And I was like, great, she's going to do something really weird. Like what Willow did. And she did, but it worked. It just worked. What she did worked really well. I like her a lot. I don't know if I like her top 4 though. So I'm going to put her in Could Get Interesting as well. Because I think that she has, unlike Malaysia, who I think has a really high ceiling. I think Marsha's got a really high ceiling, but also a low floor. So I think she could do really, really well. Or if this is all she's got, it's not going to be long for her. So I would look to see Marsha move quickly up or down within the next couple episodes. Up next is Mistress Isabel Brooks. Who's a Houston queen. She's the one everybody keeps comparing to Eureka because they're both big. And they're both pageant queens. They're both Southern. So they have a lot of similar experiences. And the drag that they do is from the same sort of world. So they get a lot of comparisons. Mistress, I think, is a little edgier than Eureka. I get the sense that when it comes down to it, Mistress is going to give us a little bit more drama. And get a little bit more messy or dirty, I think. So I'm excited. I'm also excited to see more from Mistress. I think for me, the one thing that rubs me wrong with her, and she, again, redeemed herself a little bit toward the end of the episode, she started off super anti-social media queen too. She's one of the ones that kept talking about real drag and wanting to see whether or not these baby queens could do real drag, which really sits wrong with me. Obviously, as a largely digital social media queen myself, like, girl, that's usually coming from a place of feeling threatened, in my experience. A lot of the folks I know who, like, don't think, like, Twitch or social media, the Instagram queens, TikTok queens, are real drag, are often people who either don't understand social media themselves, or they're, like, afraid of this sort of new type of drag or new spin or understanding or interpretation. They're the same people who are like, oh, you don't pad. Oh, you don't wear boobs. Oh, you don't wear corset. You don't tuck. Like, that's not drag. And so I think it's this not changing of the guard, but this sort of broadening of the umbrella of what we consider drag that is sort of intimidating to some of these folks. So again, she rolled it back a little bit toward the end. It turns out she actually likes sugar and spice. So hoping that that's enough of that, and then we're not going to hear any more of that from her. But yeah, interested to see more. Her lip sync was fine. She did the song about big girls. It was fine. It wasn't like great. It was a little bit like what I was expecting from her. But it's fine. Her runway look was fine. She did like red rhinestone cowboy look. Was very much what we would expect from a Houston, Texas queen. She said, "This is very me. I didn't even have to have this made. It was already in my closet." Blah blah blah. I was hoping for something a little bit more like creative. I feel like, I mean, I even have a cowboy hat. Like, I feel like, you know, cowboy queen is sort of, we've seen that before. It was pretty. Rhinestones, lots of stones, lots of fringe, beads. It was great, but it wasn't necessarily new. And I think when we're talking about Drag Race, that's what we're looking for. All of these looks are great. Even Amethyst's look, the one with the bows, that was a great look. If I saw that at a bar, if I went out to a show and saw that, I would 100% be happy to see it. But when we're talking about Drag Race, the expectation is that you're bringing something we haven't seen before. And I think that's where I'm on the fence with Mistress too, is are you going to keep giving us like this big Texas Southern pageant drag, or can you also sort of mix things up and give us like something different, something new? So I'm going to put Mistress in good, not great. But similarly, I'm hoping to see some movement on that one as well. Up next is Princess Poppy, and I'm going to be 100% honest. I completely forgot about her until I went through and I watched the episode again today to try to like make some notes about each of them so I'd have something to talk about. I completely forgot about her. She totally slipped my mind. Not memorable. I remember her talent because she did the thing with the puppet, which was okay. I mean, it was still a lip sync, but she put her own little spin on it, so that was good. It was a little weird, which some people like. I know it seemed like Ariana really liked it, and it was fine. It was funny. But other than that, like I feel like all of her looks were kind of simple. They all had sort of the same silhouette. She does like the kind of like fitted top, tutu bottom kind of situation. And I just feel like there was nothing special about it. I couldn't tell you really anything. She really seems to lean heavily on her TikTok fame, almost more than Sugar and Spice do, which is weird because I feel like Sugar and Spice are probably the more famous ones. I guess I've never seen Princess Poppy's TikTok, but I guess she had one where she was wearing the outfit and it said "I'm homo," then on the back it said "phobic," and that went viral. That was also her entrance line. So I'm wondering if she's just kind of like this one-hit wonder that doesn't really have anything behind this like moment that she had. Yeah, it was just weird. I don't know. I didn't really like it. It was fine. I can admit that it probably just wasn't for me, but I also don't think there was really anything else that we saw from Princess Poppy that like was exciting. Her entrance look was like the like painter's like easel or like palette thing on her head, and then she had some like color splotches on her dress, and it was like, oh, okay. How many people have we seen with something like that before, where like, look at me, I'm an artist? Like, I just feel like there was nothing. Again, we're talking about Drag Race, like that might work in your local drag scene, that might work really anywhere else, but like we're looking for new, we're looking for exciting, we're looking for something creative, and I just feel like I didn't see a whole lot that I don't feel like I could have seen elsewhere. So I'm gonna put Princess Poppy and You and Danger Girl. Mostly, which it sucks too, because if you look at this promo look, this promo look is good. This promo look is great. I really like how she looks in this. It's this kind of like latex. It gives me very like alien. This is very kind of chromatica even. I think this looks great. I think she looks great in this picture. But this isn't what she's bringing to the show itself. So I'm hoping we're going to get more of this from her. Although she said like my aesthetic's like pop princess and like very girly, feminine. Okay, great. But can you give us some of this too? I would love to see more of this sort of like edgy, still very like feminine and soft, but also there's this sort of like exciting twist to it where it's not something we've seen a million times. So I hope we see more of this Princess Poppy and maybe less of what we saw yesterday. She's very pretty though. I like her. She's just, like I said, kind of like not that memorable. Next we have Robin Fierce. She's another one, and this is like a weird pet peeve. I can admit this is a me thing and not a them thing. How many times have we seen someone come on Drag Race and say, oh, I'm like Beyonce, or like, if Beyonce and so had a baby, that's me. And none of them are ever Beyonce. They're never Beyonce. They're never Beyonce. Stop saying you're Beyonce. That has not worked for anybody. And what does that even mean? What does it even mean? Do you sing and dance like Beyonce? No. Bad Barbie without the black, not that. We need actual, right, exactly. Hi, Razor. But again, that's like a pet peeve thing. I mean, I think Aura, said she was like Beyonce too. And I think there's someone else too who was like, yeah, I'm Beyonce. No, you're not. No, you're not. Hi, Shoham. My opinions and I arrive. Well, we're about 2/3 of the way done, but by all means. If folks want to fill out their own tier list, this is the link to the one I'm filling out now. So that's my thing with Robin. Like, I think she's great. I think she's very pretty. All I can think about, and it was hysterical, I laughed so hard, was it Mistress, I think? Yeah, Mistress called her out because she didn't have makeup or anything on her wig cap. So the tape, if you don't know how, like, some people do drag, you put a wig cap on so that your hair color doesn't show through, so that it looks like there's skin under your wig. Some people will tape that wig cap on. They'll wrap either duct tape, or in this case, it looked like she used like clear packing tape, like, which is just like fat Scotch tape, to like hold the wig cap on, so that when you put your wig on, you can put pins, like bobby pins, through the wig into that tape, so that way if you're moving, that's what keeps your wig from falling off. Those pins have something to hold on to by using that tape. So what Robin did was she put the tape on her wig cap to hold the wig cap on. Then she put this wig on that had these very tight braids, which showed a lot of the wig cap underneath, but she didn't do anything to hide the tape, to hide the shine of the tape, where they're on stage, which is overhead lighting, very bright, very direct overhead lighting. And so once Mistress said that, I couldn't look at Robin without thinking about that fucking tape the entire time. Which is not a huge thing. Like, most of us probably would have made the same mistake. Mistress very well could have made the same mistake herself, and it just is something she noticed a lot of, like the little flaws in other people, which I think is very telling. So that's all I could think about. But she's very pretty. I thought she did a really great job in the mini challenge. Although she seemed a little stiff, so I'm wondering if she's going to have, I'm trying to think of a queen in one of the past seasons that's had something similar, where Carrie Colby, I think, is a good example, where, like, how many times did she get the feedback that she wasn't, like, loosening up and having fun, and that she was so hung up and so worried about being pretty and soft and feminine. And I wonder if Robin's going to have the same issue, where, like, she's so used to being this, like, poised, put together, pretty, you know, she, even when she was talking about, like, who is Robin Fierce, she was like, oh, she's a light, she's grace, she's beauty. It was very like Miss America. And like, if it comes down to a challenge, like where they have to mud wrestle, or like something where they have to be able to like not take themselves seriously and just be silly and like laugh at themselves, I wonder if she's going to be able to do that, as well as some of the other queens. So very true, Razor, very true. Not the biscuit heel. I'm not judging anyone for the heels. Girl, if I could get away with a biscuit heel, you best believe I would. That shit hurts. That shit hurts. And she's right. She even said, she was like, yeah, how many big girls have come on this show and broken a knee or broken their ankle? She's smart. She said, you're not taking me out with a leg injury. So that's very smart of her, actually. So Robin, I think is good. I would say good, not great. I don't think that she's like... She hasn't given us anything, I think, that we haven't already seen, but I think that she could. Exactly. She said, I'm going to make it to the end of the show. You're going to have to kick me out. There's no way I'm going out with an injury. So that's fair. So for those of you who are just joining, the tiers here are front runner, which is where I put Anitra, because I think she's very clearly the front runner right now. Top 2, top 3, top 4. So we're ranking the top 4. And then the groups become a little bit more vague, where it could get interesting, meaning there's a lot of upside, but we haven't necessarily seen them give us what we're looking for yet. We have good, not great, which is where we just put Robin. We have meh, which is honestly where maybe I should have put Princess Poppy, but that's where we put Luxmore London. Just folks who are like, not great, not bad. Nothing like I'm like writing home about, but we'll see what happens. We have You and Danger Girl, so folks who should probably be doing something before they end up in the bottom. We have Going Home Soon, which is where I put Amethyst. And these are people I think are probably not going to be on the show much longer. So beyond like you're in danger, girl, these are people who I think are in danger, and I have concerns that they're not going to be able to turn it around in time to save themselves. Whereas like Lucy was in the bottom this week. I think she has the capacity to dig herself out of the bottom. And I don't think the downside or the like potential back like low end for her is that low. Whereas I think Amethyst just has a lot of growing to do. And then I have a space for the queens who've already been eliminated, which in this case would be Irene. Rest her soul. She's not dead. Rest her whole. So next we have Selena as Titties. And I'm just going to say this right now. I think Selena might be my favorite. I think Selena's my favorite. I really like her a lot. Not the clip. Not the clip of me saying Irene's dead. I think Selena might be my favorite right now. Selena, and I feel like there's one of these queens every season, is someone who I think just by nature of her personality is going to get super far in this competition. Even if she's not necessarily great at whatever the challenge might be, I feel like the way that she brings herself to the challenge is going to carry her really far. I think she's hysterical. I think she, more than really any queen we've seen in a long time, like embodies this persona that she's created in a way that's just so effortless for her. Like she's got this like Latina chola thing that she does that's so good. I just really love her. Every time she's on the screen, I'm like, okay, now what is she gonna do? What is she gonna say? I think she's so funny. I like her a lot. And I'm not afraid to say it. Super memorable. I think we have Princess Poppy on one end, who I'm like, what did she do? Who is she? Selena, I think you can't not remember her. So I really like her. I would love to hear all of your all's thoughts, because I know that I'm maybe fangirling a little bit. I just like her a lot. I think she's so great. She also has a really good story. If you haven't read about her or anything, she's best friends with Frankie Grande, which that's not a plus in my book, but okay, whatever, that's fine. It's cute. She's sober as well, and she's very open about kind of her journey to sobriety and her kind of ongoing work to stay sober. And I think especially in this industry, in an industry that's built so much around partying and substances, and how many drag queens have we heard say like a drag queen's job is to sell shots and liquor, and in a lot of cases that's true. However, it's great to see folks who break that norm too. So not Latte Grande. So I really like Selena. I think she's so great. I'm hoping we'll get to see more. She also did a lip sync. So like everybody did a lip sync except for I think 3 people. And hers was good. It wasn't like Anitra, where she was like had us all oohing and awing. I did think her song was really good though. So her rap I thought was really good. So I'm gonna put Selena. I think I'm gonna put her top 2, honestly. She might bump down to 3 eventually, depending on how some of these other folks perform. But I think Selena's in my top 2. TBH. Maybe I'll be eating those words in a week or 2, but I think she's really good. And similarly, I think even on weeks where she's not great, she kind of reminds me of Shangela, in the sense that like there were things that Shangela was really not good at, but she managed to like charm her way kind of past them. I can see Selena doing the same thing. Like if she can't sew, she's gonna like glue something together and then she's gonna sell it, which I think is, if you know what your strengths are and what they're not, you work with what you got. And I think that she's very much that vein for sure. Next we have Sasha Colby, the one queen I think pretty much everybody had already heard of. She is notorious, really like around the country, but especially in Southern California where she works, the LA area. She is Carrie Colby's mother. Here's the thing. I really like Sasha. I really like her. I thought her lip sync was really cool. I thought it was very smart for her to pick the type of song that she did. It wasn't like a pop or rap or kind of what you would expect probably from a lot of other queens, something you probably wouldn't hear in the club. But it was an opportunity for her to emote, and I think that's what she does really well. So I think Sasha is a very smart competitor in the sense that I think she knows what she does well, and I think she knows what she maybe doesn't do quite as well, or what she does better than the rest, and I think she really hones in on that. So I would look to see her make really smart choices as the season continues. Interested to see how she does in some of the more like Drag Race specific challenges. So like she's a phenomenal performer, but like it's rare that as a drag queen outside of Drag Race you're asked to like sew a garment or act or do stand-up comedy or put like to give someone a makeover. So some of these more like Drag Race specific challenges I think are going to be really interesting, because they're going to be a lot of things that even Sasha and all of her experience and all of her years doing drag probably hasn't done, or hasn't done at least at this sort of level or in a competitive way. So I'm interested to see once we get to some of these challenges that again are a little bit more specific to Drag Race and a little bit less like in the natural wheelhouse of a drag queen, to see how she does. But given her experience and her poise, she's a former Miss Continental, which is like the biggest drag pageant that exists in the country. Roxy Andrews was a Miss Continental Plus, which is for the big girls. So she's very much got the like I can think on my feet. She's very much able to turn a poised, very high class, high expensive look. We saw she's not afraid to get dirty too. And again, I think that's when we're talking about queens with a lot of pageant experience, that's what we sometimes see, is that they struggle to like let loose, and they struggle to like take themselves less seriously and just kind of have fun with it. She very clearly is not afraid to do that. She wasn't afraid to get a little bit not ugly, but messy with her lip sync, and she's not afraid to laugh at herself. So I think there's again a very high upside with her. It's just going to come down to how she does with some of these kind of curveball challenges that aren't maybe as like typical conventional drag. So I'm going to put Sasha up in the top 3. I think she's going to be great. I think if nothing else, I think she's going to be the one no one wants to lip sync against. Hi, Heron. Goose is on the floor. I don't know if you can see him. Goose is here. Very engaged in the conversation, as you can see. Clinging to every word I say. Good morning. Hey, Goose. Hi. He's so cute. Oh my god. I love him. Not Goosey LaDuca. Not Goosey LaDuca. He's Goosey the One. LaDuca. Anyway. Very engaged chat P is. So I think Sasha is going to go a long way. Again, I think if there's anybody here I'd be afraid to lip sync against, it's her. Because at the very least, if you win, you're the person who sent Sasha Colby home. It's just like how last year everybody was like, thank God Cornbread got hurt because no one wanted to be the one to send her home. It's like being the person who sent Manila Luzon home. Like, there are just some people that, like, you know, you're going to get shit for sending them home. I don't want to be the person who sends Sasha Colby home, and I don't want to have to go against her and get sent home by her. So I think she is going to go a long way. For sure. Now we get to the twins. Listen, here's the thing. Let me take a sip. I'm dry. Can you tell me how the tier list is looking? Yes. So first off, here's the link if anybody wants to fill it out as well. There's a button up here I have, well, when I'm not on like presentation mode, that I can see the answers from the audience too. So if all of you fill one out, it'll show me like the average of all your responses. So we can see how the community feels and if there's any difference between your list and mine. So I've got 10 tiers here. So first we have our front runner, which is for me, I think Anitra. She did a really great job. I think her talent really set her apart. And now, similarly to Sasha, I think nobody wants to have to lip sync against her. I sure don't. She's going to kick me in the face. So I think there's no reason to believe that she's not in the front runner right now. My top two, I've got Selena. I think she's so great. I was just talking about her. I think she's hysterical. I would watch her any day of the week. Top three, I've got Sasha. Again, stellar performer. I think if nothing else, she's going to be really hard to beat in a lip sync. So even if she doesn't excel at all of the challenges, I think she stands a really great chance of coming back if she's put in the bottom two. I do have a spot here for a top four, so I'll put someone there. Basically, I'm ranking the top four and then grouping everybody else. So I'm not really sure who my fourth is. Maybe Marsha. Maybe Marsha. Marsha's a wild card for me because I feel like what she did this episode was phenomenal, but I'm also concerned, like, can she give us something else? Is she going to be stuck in this like Marsha Brady thing? Can she translate that to some of the other challenges? Remains to be seen. Maybe. Hi, Cam. So we'll see. But right now she might be my fourth. Next we have Could Get Interesting. So folks that certainly could break into that top four, but I'm not necessarily seeing that just yet. Not Mafart. Then we have Good Not Great. So folks who are good, but I don't know if I necessarily see them lasting to like finale last 5-6 competitors. We have Meh, which right now is just Lux, where I think she's fine, but I'm not sure that I really get it. I don't think that with Lux in particular, at least it's I'm not sure that she really knows who she is just yet, and I think that she's still figuring that out. Then we have You and Danger Girl. So these are people who, if they don't get their shit together, are going to find themselves in that bottom two either next week or the week after. I've got Lucy there, and I've got Princess Poppy. Lucy, just because I think she's dealing with a lot more nerves. I think emotionally I have concerns about whether she's going to be able to keep it together. I think she's very talented. She's stunning. Her body, phenomenal. I think even though her talent was not well executed, she was one of the 3 or 4 people who didn't do a lip sync. So points for that. And I think if you listen to her singing, you can tell that she can sing. That I'm not like a professional singer, but you can hear that she can sing. And I think that she just got nervous. I think she got very nervous. I think she's maybe feeling a little bit shell-shocked from kind of everything. So for me, it's not, I think, a matter of whether or not she's capable. I think she's, again, got a very high ceiling. I think she could do very well, but she's got to get out of her own way. And I think she's in her head right now. Princess Poppy, I literally just have a hard time remembering. Her talent was like the weird puppet thing, which was fine. It was cute. It was something a little bit different, which is more than a lot of other people were doing. But I just feel like a lot of her looks are just like, her entrance look, the painter thing was like, okay, that's fine. She did something with a really similar silhouette for her runway look, and it was also like, all right, that's fine. And something that would look great if you were at a bar or if you were at any show. But I think when we're talking about Drag Race, we're looking for someone who brings it to like that next level. And I don't know that she's really doing that for me. But I want her to. Her promo look is so cool. And I was saying that too. I wish she would bring more of that kind of vibe into her look, rather than this kind of like tutu princess thing that she's doing. Then we have Going Home Soon. So these are people who I think are also in danger, but I think are less likely to turn it around in time. So I think for me, it's Amethyst, and not just because she was in the bottom last episode and stayed. I think for me, I think Amethyst knows who she wants to be, and I think executing is just where she's stuck. She wants to be this comedy queen, this kind of campy meme queen, as she says, and I think she's having a hard time executing that. And I think her talent was a good example of that, where it was a cool concept, but it just kind of fell flat. And so I think she's struggling to give us the comedy queen that she wants to be. So I think she just needs some time to put that together, but I don't think she's going to have enough time before she ends up getting eliminated. And then the last category is for the eliminated queens, which of course yesterday was Irene Dubois. I wish it hadn't been her. I think that Irene probably had a lot more to show us. I was excited to see more from her. She had this sort of like alien aesthetic that she was promising us. And I wish she was staying because I think she was great TV. She was one of the ones who was like reading people and dragging. I know she was going to get in a fight with someone if we got her to stay. So I'm a little bummed to see her go, but I get it. It is what it is. Her talent was not great. But again, like I said earlier, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter, who've talked about how like they've seen her do that number in person, and it's very different in person. It's much better in person. So, kind of like an overarching like caveat here is Drag Race is not real life. None of these drag queens are bad. You just don't get onto a show like this if you're a bad drag queen. And what we're seeing on Drag Race is not necessarily indicative of who they are as drag queens or performers. So I would absolutely pay to go see any of these queens, even Amethyst, if they were in my town. And I think it's really important to separate like the character we're seeing on our screens from the performer that they are outside of that, because Drag Race is not real life. Drag Race is not what drag is. It's a very small subsection. It's a very small sliver of what drag can be. So by no means should these rankings be taken as like this one, and this one are all shitty queens. That's not the case. They're all great. Let's talk about Sugar and Spice. These two, holy fuck. Have we yet to see a bearded queen on Drag Race? Not on the main franchise, no. We have on, I think, was it France? Or Holland? One of the European ones, there was. So I think there have been like 2 or 3 maybe, but never on like the main franchise series. Follow Amethyst on TikTok. Her numbers are hilarious, I'm sure. And that's the thing, is like, the thing about Drag Race is it doesn't necessarily give folks a chance. It doesn't necessarily always give folks the chance to showcase what they do particularly well, because they've got to take what they do and make it fit within this sort of Drag Race brand. And that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. So, you know, a lot of these queens are used to doing a very specific kind of drag, or doing their drag in a very specific way. And sometimes that's easy to translate to Drag Race, and sometimes it's not. So, we had on France and on Holland and on Spain. Got it. To dinner. Sounds good, Razor. Thank you. Enjoy your dinner. So that's, I think, really key to remember. And that's one of the things I wish Drag Race did better. It's something I think Dragula does really well, where they specifically say every episode, drag is art and art is subjective. There is no like objective good and bad when we're talking about this. And we're not here to judge what you do. We're here to judge how well you fit this challenge. And I don't think Drag Race does that. I think Drag Race positions itself as sort of this like kingmaker or queenmaker to say like, this is what good drag looks like. We decide, like, whoever's good at Drag Race, that's what good drag looks like. And drag is so much more than that. And I feel like Drag Race doesn't always do a great job of like explicitly saying like, just because you didn't win Drag Race or just because you didn't do well on Drag Race doesn't mean you're bad at drag. And given their platform and the way that, for I would say most Americans at least, that's all they know of drag, there's a responsibility there that I think that they're missing. So, but that's just me. Anyway, Sugar and Spice. Step 1, I have a really hard time ranking them separately. Because they're so similar. You know, like Spice has this sort of like more kind of hot topic angle and visually, but like they sound the same. If they had the same color hair, I wouldn't be able to tell them apart. They even, like, when they did the mini challenge and with the photographs, they were even doing a lot of the same, like the way that they just approach drag is so similar, which makes sense if they've been doing drag together their entire careers. Um, they both lip synced for their talent. I have a feeling that Spice is more ready for the competition. I would say I think Spice's aesthetic is more unique. So if anything, I think visually Spice has a better chance of staying longer, just because Sugar, I think, is like every other twink who's tried drag. They all want to be Barbie. They all want to be like a skinny blonde bimbo, whatever. Whereas Spice at least has like this sort of like edgy element, even though she's not like an edgy person per se. I feel like most of us have probably seen a drag queen like Sugar before, whereas most of us are less likely to have seen something like what Spice does. Spice also seems a little bit more like when they performed, Spice seemed more comfortable performing. Sugar seemed really nervous. There was a lot of like weird flailing from Sugar where I don't think she felt comfortable on the stage. Whereas Spice, it felt like her movement was more intentional. It felt like she had maybe practiced a bit more. She felt a little more comfortable on stage. So if I had to give an edge, I would agree. I think Spice is probably a little bit better, but I also don't think... I think their biggest thing is going to be moving forward. They've got to distinguish themselves. Because even like most of the time, nobody was referring to them as individuals. They were the twins, the double mint twins, which I thought was super funny. And that's the worst. Like when you're in a competition like this, the worst thing you want to do is blend in, and you're already blending in when you come here with your identical twin. Like, Spice's hair state. I know the shower cap girl. That was so weird. I didn't like it. I appreciate that she like committed to it and was like, yeah, I think this is going to go great. But it was just weird. And I think that that's going to be, if anything saves the two of them, it's going to be that if they lean into this like weird thing, where like they're both just kooky and kind of goofy. They don't really make a lot of sense. It's giving me very like Valentina, where like they're just sort of in their own little world. Like reality is what they say it is. That if nothing else, that might save them for a while. I don't think either of them is going to make it all the way. If they do, I think it'll be the biggest fucking like journey and story of growth that we've seen on this show. I think they'll struggle if one goes home. Yeah, I mean, we even saw like they packed each other's bags. So like when one couldn't find her wig, it was, oh well, you're the one who packed the wigs. So that said, if one goes home, I guarantee they're just going to leave all their shit for the other one. Say Sugar goes home next week, she's just going to leave all of her drag there for Spice, and then Spice has got twice as much drag. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. If I had another queen there who's all the same sizes as I am, I'm leaving my shit for them, and I would expect them to leave theirs for me. Absolutely. So that's my thing, is I feel like they're really going to need to be intentional, and they're not so far. They haven't been really intentional about separating themselves and really highlighting what each of them does uniquely, because even their looks are very similar. The shapes that they do are very similar in terms of their makeup and their looks. They just have, it's like one is pink and one is black. Like it's like they do the same thing, and they just like one has this like pastel princess thing going on, and the other one has this like Hot Topic thing. So they really need to be, I think, much more intentional about like, here's what I do that she doesn't. If I'm being honest, I wonder if they even are planning to win or trying to win, or if this is not to question their like motives. However, it feels a little bit like this is just like, I'm going to be on Drag Race and this is going to boost my career, that I'm already like, they're already famous on TikTok. They're already probably making more than $200,000 each just through like their social media presence. So they don't need Drag Race. Like they're working already. So I'm wondering if this is just their way of like kind of introducing themselves to a different audience that maybe doesn't already know them. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's, I mean, do you? You miss Dragula? We just finished a season. Hasn't been that long. Yeah, so that's my thing. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope that they're both like when they were talking about not really feeling like they have a drag family or community because they've done everything like online in their rooms. I can relate to that. Like, I don't really feel like I've got like local drag artists that I feel super close with. Like if I needed something, like I'm always happy to help the other people I'm in shows with, but like there's nobody that I'm like, hey, come over to my place and let's get ready together beforehand, like loaning things to like giving them a wig and shit. Like there's nobody that I have that like bond or relationship with, so I relate to that and I understand how like isolating that can feel. So I want them to take this serious. I want this to be like a really good opportunity for them, but I also feel like sort of similarly to Marsha, where I'm worried that they're not going to be willing to step out of this like brand that they've created. They both have this like ditzy blonde girl thing that they do. Are they going to be able to, if they give an acting challenge and they have to play like, I don't know, a soccer mom, are they going to be able to do that? Or are they just going to do the lines as Sugar and Spice? Marsha, I think, is much more likely to be able to break out of what she like does, because she does have that kind of classical training in acting. I'm a little more nervous that Sugar and Spice aren't going to be able to do anything other than Sugar and Spice. But we'll see. So I would say, are they a duo? So they're not competing as a duo. They're competing individually. But they're twins who both do drag. They're on TikTok. They're like TikTok famous, and so they got a lot of heat from the other queens because they've only performed live like once or twice. Most of what they do is TikToks. And some of the other queens had a lot of thoughts about like whether or not that constitutes real drag. But they're also very, very similar. So they're twins. And in drag, their personas are like these very similar twin personas, where one is just like kind of a sweet, bubbly, blonde, princessy type, and the other one's very similar, but just kind of like a alt edge to it, where she's got like the Hot Topic hair, or like she wears black shoes, and they're just not. They're very similar by design. That's how they like built their personas. They picked their names from Bratz dolls, and that's very much like they both want to be like. If you ask them who Sugar and Spice are, they say we're these like life-size Bratz dolls, and that's why we're so like ditzy and kind of dumb and like this, that, and the other. That's the shtick. But they have the same shtick, and that's not something that's good for a competition. I would have a hard time. I can't imagine if they both ended up in the bottom. Like, how do you pick? Because they do everything the same. Everything they do is so similar. So that's, I think, job number one for them is figure out how you're going to separate yourself, not just from the other competitors, but from your sibling. Best of luck to them. They performed like 14. Yeah. So that was very much the theme yesterday, was this like social media, online, digital queens versus like kind of more conventional IRL, like real drag. And it's very clear that they've got like a pretty strong divide between them. Sounds like if one got voted out, the other one would simply follow her out. Maybe. I think they would probably really struggle. They also both take forever to get ready. So both of them were like last minute, almost didn't come out because they didn't have their shit together. It does seem a little bit like Spice is a little bit more independent, or at least better at faking it. Sugar really seems to melt down when things get hard. No pun intended. So I would say I would give the edge to Spice because she feels a little bit more like comfortable. Sugar feels a little shell-shocked to me. But I don't think either of them are like... I would say Spice is maybe meh. And I would put Sugar in You're in Danger, Girl. But I want to be wrong. Just like with Lucy, I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong about this. Hi, Helena. How are you? So I would love to be able to move Sugar and Spice up. But I don't think I'm going to be able to. We'll see. We'll see. I anticipate, depending on what the challenge is, I haven't seen anything about next week's episode. I anticipate that we'll probably see Amethyst and either one of the twins or Princess Poppy in the bottom two. That's my total guess, not all with any kind of information about what next week holds. But based on what we saw yesterday, that's kind of what I see going down. Virtual reality clothes, how the drag shows are going to be amazing. Well, that's the thing. It really depends on whether or not people embrace digital, like, technology when it comes to drag. My thing is, oh, how quickly we've forgotten the pandemic. Because all of these in-person drag artists who suddenly didn't have bars to perform in sure tried to pivot and become Instagram queens real fast. I remember fucking Aquaria doing all these high-tech shows in her living room. She had like 10 lights all around her living room. Like, y'all sure didn't have a problem becoming social media queens when there wasn't another option. But now that the bars are open again, all of a sudden they look down on us again. Okay. And I get this, like, in our local scene too. There are queens I know. When the pandemic started, I put a call out to every queen in my area. I was like, if you all are interested in learning how to stream on Twitch or how to use something like OBS to kind of like add a little bit more professional touch to your, digital whatever you're doing, please let me know. I'm happy to help. I didn't want to gatekeep anything, and it was something I was already doing. So I was like, hey, I'm here. This sucks for everybody. I want to help. Nobody took me up on it, but I had several people who were like, no, I'm going to stick to real drag. And I'm like, girl, what? Which is hysterical because, not to brag and not to like flex, but I make more doing digital drag than a lot of them do doing in-person drag. And I do it all here from not my living room, my office. I don't have to wear pants. I'm not wearing pants or shoes right now. I don't have to pay to travel anywhere. Like, if nothing else, I would think that all of these queens who are so quick to snatch a check, hello, it's sitting right here waiting for you. So it's really disappointing that it feels like we've like completely forgotten about the pandemic and how, well, in a lot of ways, but the way that we all became social media queens because that was the only option. And now all of a sudden we're back to like 2 tiers of drag artist, which is just really frustrating. And there's room for all of it. Like, it would be one thing if I felt like we didn't have enough people to support both. But there are plenty of people who like drag. There's no shortage of fans of drag. And there's no reason that we can't have room for more drag streamers. Anyway. Think Amethyst might be a good actress? Well, we'll see. We'll see. I hope so, for her sake. And again, a lot of it depends on what we get for a challenge. I mean, we got the talent show this early. Maybe next week is a sewing challenge. Maybe next week is Snatch Game. Who knows? Like, could be anything. Would have taken that off or just need my laptop. Well, you already stream. I mean, of course, I would still help if you needed it, but I'm talking about, these are people who literally like have never seen or heard of Twitch, who are like, oh, I have to stream on Instagram and hope that people Venmo me. No, girl, stream on Twitch. It's way easier. The reason so many people stay on Twitch and don't go to platforms like YouTube or Facebook is that it's way harder to monetize early on in your career off of Twitch. Once you hit affiliate, you gain access to subscribers. People can tip you with bits. It's a lot easier to put like a panel beneath your stream for things like your PayPal or your Venmo, whereas something like Instagram isn't really set up to monetize live streaming like that. Who's on top? So number 1 is Anitra. She's the one who won yesterday's challenge. She was really good. So that's, I think, my ranking. So I have number 1 Anitra, 2 Selena. I love Selena. She's my favorite, but I don't think she's in the lead right now. Then we have Sasha and Marsha as our top 4. Although I am very open to moving Marsha down because it remains to be seen whether or not she can do something other than this like Marsha Brady thing. So that's where I'm at. Can I save this? Sure can. Love that. So that's my tier list. Again, if y'all want to fill it out yourselves, there you go. Oh, I should make that a command. Hang on. Oh, he's gone. Vanished. Let me just make this a command really quick. Message. There. And I'll put a little button on my Stream Deck. So now if you do exclamation point drag race, we've got the link. There we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Love that. So yeah, would love to hear from other folks what your thoughts are, what you agree with, what you don't agree with, if anything. And yeah, fill out your own tier list. Would love to see your thoughts. I'm very excited for the season. I feel like, I mean, there's no such thing as like, I think a filler queen or a queen that's like bad. We said this earlier. I think all of these queens are very good at what they do, and I would absolutely go see any of them if they were in my town. And I think there are opportunities to see each of them shine in a different way. Whether or not they're going to do that remains to be seen. But I'm really excited. I think it's a really good group. I wish more of them had done something other than a lip sync. I am a little bummed that out of the 16 of them, I think we had 12 or 13 lip syncs, and only a handful of people who did anything other than a lip sync. Which is like, I get it, you're a drag queen, lip syncing is kind of what we do, but also like, you can do other things too. Like, we all know that you all probably can lip sync. So I wish there had been a little bit more variety in our variety show, but it was good. It was entertaining. A lot of people doing lip syncs to their own songs, which again, I think that's just kind of part of Drag Race now. People do music, and that's just part of the journey now. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's our recap. So I think we're going to do this every week. So we might not go through the full tier list every week because that was a lot. We've been streaming almost for 2 hours now. What I might do though is just pull up the tier list each week and make adjustments to it so that if like whoever's eliminated, we'll move them. But then if there are people who've moved up or down, I'll just make those changes each week too. Rather than going through every single person, and we'll do like a little Drag Race recap each Saturday. So make sure that you watch the episode on Friday night if you can. We watch it in our Discord. So if you don't have, I stream it on Philo. It's on MTV. So anything you have that you can stream MTV on, you should be able to watch it. But we watch it together Friday nights. Let me... Feel free to join the Discord. Like I said, we stream it there every Friday night. But then by Saturday night, make sure that you've seen it, or just don't tune in for the first couple hours of our Saturday streams, because I don't want to spoil it for folks who haven't had a chance to watch it yet. So I might put something on my screen when we're talking about Drag Race, just so folks know not to show up if they don't want spoilers. But yeah, this will be fun. We haven't done something like this with Drag Race in the past. We've streamed it, but we haven't necessarily talked about it on stream. So I'm excited. I think it'll be fun. Okay. On that note, I'm going to take a quick BRB, but when I come back, I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm very surprised we've been in the just chatting category for as long as we have and haven't had any trolls. Knock on wood. But usually by now we would have had a troll. Someone would have come in and called me fat, or thought I was a trans woman. So, happy Saturday. We're off to a great start. But I'm going to take a quick BRB. I've got to go pee. And I'm going to refill my beverage. And then when I come back, we're going to play some Fortnite. So if you want to play Fortnite, now's your chance to update your game. And make sure that we're friends. Sound good? Sounds good. This lip is holding up pretty well too. We haven't done a matte lip in a while. Kind of into it. Okay, I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Love you all so much. And we'll play some Fortnite. Oh, this tangle. Ooh. Ooh. All right, be right back. Love you. Mean it. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Oh my God, that's so loud! Stop!
Hello, it's me.
Hello, my name is Carrie the One. I'm a tumbleweed main. Did you see that jump? Oh, bitch! Oh my God, I'm so good at this. Oh,
How close are you to wiggle?
well, we're about to find out. Ooh, very. Bye! I think it's out of darkness. I am so tense. Like, if you could feel my very broad muscular shoulders right now, they would be hard as rocks, and you would be affected.
He leave?
Yeah, he left.
Oh, I am so sorry. I did not mean. S2R DLSWM MWM seeking anon-loads.
Rar. It means I love you in dinosaur.
Do you promise to eat it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a chocolate ass.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh. I advise the captain to go easy, especially in bad weather. Any aggressive movement could cause the ship to break his back. Don't threaten me with a good time, girl. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to let him draw, so he'll calm the fuck down. Maybe that's it. Yeah. Listen, that's not bad. For drawing with my feet, that's not bad. Hey. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Harry, what's your entrance line on Drag Race?
I would go slurp, slurp, skirt, skirt, and then armpit fart.
I love that.
I'm an athlete, sorry. These things happen when you train at a high level like I do. Well, my stamina is the real issue. But gentlemen, don't worry. My stamina is not an issue. Wish I could save the world. Those aren't mannequin calves. Am I about to get got? I think we're about to get Oh, that is not what I thought was gonna happen. Oh. I nodded. He's letting me go. Oh.
Okay, there we go, there we go. Oh, shit.
I just hit a great skill check without even being able to see it. Someone clip that shit. Pro gamer. Esports. You are welcome.
I just missed
Oh,
mine.
well. Objective. Get out. Gladly. Bye. Oh no!
What's that necessary
Oh. I thought I could use that zip line, and apparently I was wrong. Oh no, sir! Are you Alistair?
Whoever you are, wherever you come from, however you live your life, I think all of us can appreciate a good vibe. I think that is what unites us.
I'm gonna go scare my neighbors. BRB! 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Oh my god, that's so loud! Stop!
Hello. It's me.
Hello, my name is Carrie the One. I'm a tumbleweed main. Did you see that jump? Oh, bitch! Oh! Oh my god, I'm so good at this. Oh!
How close are you to wiggle?
Well, we're about to find out. Ooh, Barry. Bye! I think it's out of darkness. I am so tense. Like, if you could feel my very broad muscular shoulders right now, they would be hard as rocks, and you would be affected.
Oh my gosh.
He leave?
Yeah, he left.
Oh! I am so sorry! I did not mean. S2R DLSWM MWM seeking anon loads.
Rar. It means I love you in dinosaur.
Do you promise to eat it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a chocolate ass.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh. I advise the captain to go easy, especially in bad weather. Any aggressive movement could cause the ship to break his back. Don't threaten me with a good time, girl. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to let him draw, so he'll calm the fuck down. Maybe that's it. Yeah. Listen, that's not bad. For drawing with my feet, that's not bad. Hey. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Harry, what's your entrance line on Drag Race?
I would go slurp, slurp, skirt, skirt, and then armpit fart.
I love that.
I'm an athlete, sorry. These things happen when you train at a high level like I do. Well, my stamina is the real issue. But gentlemen, don't worry. My stamina is not an issue. Wish I could save the world. Those aren't mannequin calves. And we're back. We are back. Are we ready for some Fortnite? I know I'm ready. I know I'm ready. Thank you, thank you. I remember why I don't wear this wig quite so much. The hair doesn't stay out of my face very well. That's okay. That's okay. All right, let's do this. Oh, oops, is my lace not glued down? Oh. Don't tell RuPaul. I've also had Kill This Love stuck in my head ever since yesterday's episode. Not that. We need to be extra gay today. The YouTube trolls demand it. Actually, they demand I stop playing Fortnite. They're very upset that queer people are playing Fortnite these days. Hi, prom. Let me stop by display capture. We'll just do the game capture because she's a professional. Blah, 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 blah. How's it going, prom? To the butter barn. Oh, Andy's here. Andy's always here. Andy's like the one person who's literally always here. And I mean that in a good way. That's not like a read. Just got grocery pickup and finished the hard part of your homework. Love that. We're going shopping tomorrow. We gotta get some more stuff for Goose too. He's had the poops. So we've been feeding him rice and chicken and pumpkin. Come on down to the butter barn. Come on, Chloe Kim. This wig is really doing something in the back and I don't like it. I love that goose emote. Would be weird if I tried to put that on merch. Not even because I think any of you will buy it, but because I would buy it. What if I can get that on a beanie? A little goose beanie? I would buy that. I would absolutely buy that. All right, let's, not the tender defender. Who's this? Hello. Who's this? Hugo. Hugo, where have you been? Not this. Foul play. Why do I kind of want this though? I already have this, the Flappy Flyer. This is cool. That's kind of cool. I say knowing damn well I'm not going to buy any of this. Oh, hello. Hugo and Hayseed. Meet me at the Butter Barn. Anyway. Does anybody want to play? Doxy, I see you sitting here in the lobby. I invite. I invite. Anybody else want to hop in before we get started? Sounds good, Andy. I need to brush my wigs out. Holy fuck. Alright, we'll go ahead and get started, and then if folks want to join in, we have room for 2 more, so. Let's do this, Doxy. Let's do this, Doxy. To the Butter Barn. I like this dress, but it's not great for sitting down in. Sounds good, Ferg. I'll probably play for a little while. I do want to record, there's some TikToks I want to record. I'm trying to make sure I do more than just post my clips everywhere, so I'm trying to have, like, at least on TikTok, specific content that I don't post elsewhere. So I'm going to take some of my YouTube comments and read them. Because if they're going to talk shit, I'm going to try to find a way to monetize it, so that's what's going to happen. All right, Doxy, how do you feel about there? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I gotta fix my emotes. I still have Christmas emotes in there. I still have my Christmas tree up too. Do y'all have your tree up still? If you celebrated Christmas? Y'all still have your tree up? All right, I'm gonna go to this one. Got a tree 3 days before Christmas and still have it up. That's fair. I'm coming, Doxy. Oh no, bitch. She really thought. No, ma'am. Doxy, are you good? I just keep hearing shooting over here. Christmas tree has returned to the woods. Love that. I have a fake tree. Doxy, I have shields if you need them. I was trying to bring them to you. Oh, what's outside? For example. Just killed 4 people. Of course you did. 'Cause you're a badass. Give me that loot! Don't mind if I take that flame bow. Ooh, the circle. The circle is circling. Running! Ooh, aerialist just in time. Fabulous. Not the chicken. Oh. Not the grenade. Bye. Bye. You tried. Hit the showers. But also, where's your friend? Yes, yes, this is going well, Doxy. There's someone there. The car over there. Oh, and there's someone here. Oh, Doxy said, let's get him. Ooh, they're all fighting. That's perfect. Y'all have fun. Oh, they already looted. How rude. How rude. I always forget Doxy is not afraid to fight literally anybody. Literally will just start sniping away at pretty much anyone. Yes, I'm gonna blow your car up. Ooh, you missed all of those shots, girl? That's embarrassing for you. All right, I'll give you that one. Well, I got you twice that time, dude, and your friend left you. Oh, that one's so close, Doxy. Oh, they're shooting at someone else now. Oh, the circle! I didn't notice that we were in the circle. Now we gotta run right past them? Girl. I suddenly don't feel great about this, Doxy. Oh! Ooh, Doxy, I hope you're alright. So close! Oh, fuck him up! Oh! Oh, Doxy, you saved my ass, girl. Oh, that was so close. I got a keg for us. That was close. Andy, thanks for clipping. gonna try to head to the next circle so we don't get stuck in that situation again. Girl, what are you doing? What are you? Okay, you're coming back. It's like, you're not gonna go start another fight, are you? We gotta get moving. We got some high ground to take. I'll take a couple shots, it's fine. Not this. Oh, girl. I don't have any shields. That's not good. Girl, what happened? Oh. Shit. Oh. I might be in trouble. I was in fact in trouble. Shit. That sucks. Well, we did well. We killed a lot of people. We killed a lot of people. I'm sorry, eliminated. You're not supposed to call them kills, I guess. You eliminate them and send them back to the bus. Good job, though, Doxy. That was really good. If that person had hit me one more time, I would have been toast. You should have at just the right time. Got him. All right, Doxy, where do you want to go? You can pick this time. Oh, yeah. It's always hard when it gets to the end like that and everybody's rushing into the zone. Okay. And so much of it depends on where the circle ends up at the end like that. Like, there was still so much high ground left there that it was so easy for folks to hide and just wait for you to come to them. I think it's trickier when you have lots of flat ground, because then there's just no hiding. It's a great spot on the map, I don't know why. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out, won't we? Oh, I'm gonna go further down just because there's no loot here. I'm gonna go over here. Just so one of us at least has a gun. Yeah, of course, Ferg. Can you imagine if I was like, nope, sure can't. I snag a shotgun. Slurping. I mean, I guess. Just about to say, I wouldn't mind having some shields. What are you shooting at up there? What are you shooting at with a stink bow? I have to keep reminding myself I don't have aerialist yet. Start throwing myself off mountains. Run, Chun-Li! Oh no! I remember this mountain now. I didn't see what you pinged, Doxy, but I'm assuming it was an enemy. I'm pretty sure I just heard someone ziplining. Got him! Ooh, that one had a rocket launcher. There's some good stuff up here. Tactical assault rifle. I haven't used one of these before. Oh, she's kind of fun. She's kind of fun. Oh, we gotta go. You're right. You're right. We gotta go. Oh, there's someone here. Not anymore. It's not a problem anymore. Do I like this more than the red eye? Oh. Someone's fighting your NPC. Oh my god. That was so rude. They're flying. Just be careful, the circle's this way. Love that. Love that. Got some good stuff here too. There's someone else here. Bye. Bye. Crushed it. All right, we're gonna go with the tactical. I might regret it, but she's kind of cute. All right, we gotta go. Oh, we gotta go. Oh yeah, this doesn't do as much damage as the red eye. Come on, Stinkbow. Oh no. Oh no! Oh, it's always right when the circle's moving. Oh, there's a lot happening here. that sucks. I need to get better at watching what my teammates' health bar and stuff, because I never know that they're in trouble until they go down, and usually by then it's too late to do a lot about it. It's always one person sneaking right behind me. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a duo in there. I think they saw me. They sure did. They sure did. Oh no. Do you use the visual audio with the little cues? Oh, I didn't know what to do. Fuck. Oh, that sucks. I was hoping they would leave me alone. Shit. I hate being solo at the end. It's my least favorite thing. I don't know if there's ever been a time that I've beaten a team by myself. I don't know if there's ever been a time that I've been able to successfully beat a duo like that. Oh, I like this cosmetic. Andy, are you ready to join, or do you still need some time? Come on down. All right, Doxy, that works. Oop, not that. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it wasn't letting me switch. All right, Ferg. Let's snatch a crown or two. Come on down to the butter barn. I'll probably stream for another, like, I don't know, hour and a half. So I have time to do some TikToks. Got to keep the content flowing, you know, stay relevant. Give the haters something to talk about. I think I commented on one of my shorts today. He said, it was one where I eliminated someone on Fortnite and I said bye ugly, and they said bye ugly is what I said when I scrolled away from this post or whatever they said. And I was like, so you scrolled away, but then you scrolled back to come leave this comment. So instead of just giving it 1 view, you gave it 2, and you're bragging about that? He did not answer me, but I was like, are you trying to flex by telling me that you watched my video twice? How do we feel about here? Oh, I guess I could have done voice chat, huh? Whoops. My bad. To the butter barn. I think there are a lot of people dropping here. I'm gonna come here. Oh, I need a gun. Girl, get back here. Oh my god. Not this. Trying to sneak up on me, you nasty bitch! Ugly! Oh, this is not really the loadout I was hoping for. Oh my god. Get out of here. Why are there so many people here, Ferg? Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Ooh, they've got a good gun. But they're I got them a little bit. Uh-oh. Ooh, get him! Ooh, get him! Yes! Fuck him up. Love that. GG. Crushed it. Why aren't there any shields here? Oh. Please give me a shield. Oh, well, it gave me a red eye if you want another one. Oh no, oh no. Oh. Oh, the way my life flashed before my eyes. Is that a keg I saw up here though? How do I get up there? Oh, right here. No, it's one of these shield things. I forgot about that. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Not give me all these crappy augments. Fine. It only gave me one. Sorry, girl. Oh, we can go get this flag. That should give us something good. I forgot about the Guardian Shield. Oh, love that. Yeah, just like Overwatch. It's like a Reinhardt with the shield and then with the hammers. Very Reinhardt energy. Someone's flying in over here. Oh, probably the person who just got rebooted. There's another one of the shields if you want it. Oh! I didn't realize that would do that. It's hard to figure out like where to go. This was maybe not the best drop spot for me to choose. Because it's so hard to figure out where to go. Because there's just so many different levels. Girl, no. You still want to fight me? Ooh, who are you fighting? Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. Girl, I don't think. Ooh, good job. We're so fucking good at this. We're so good at this. Is this guy still down here? No. Good. Crushed it, didn't we? Oh, no. Nope. No, I'm not trying to ping that. Thank you. Jesus. Anyway, as we were. Killing it, truly. There must have been a llama here. Is that a chug cannon? It sure is. Yeah, I think the red eye is better than that tactical one. The tactical doesn't have as much kick, but it doesn't do as much damage either. I'm hoping that hammer guy is not coming our way. Gotta go. Oh, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Everybody's showing up on our doorstep, mama. And they've all got hammers. Oh, bye. Oh, he had some good loot too. That's too bad. Are you good? Oh, that one's on white health. Oh, I gotta go. Oh, I gotta go. Oh, we gotta go. Oh, we gotta go. Shit. Shit. Oh, I hate it. Times like that, I wish we had builds on. I don't want to play on builds, but times like that, I wish I could build. Shit. Should we go back to the lobby? Are you ready now, Andy? GG. We were doing just fine until everybody else showed up. We had our own little corner. Everything was good. And then everybody else decided they wanted to come ruin our party. I'm going back to Ariana. Come on down to the butter barn. Doxy, are you ready too? Not Bussy Bouncer. Come on, full squad. Come on, full squad. God. Not loading me in with that basic cosmetic. No ma'am. I paid good money to look like Ariana Grande. Teach you to try to shoot me? Rude. One of y'all can pick where we go. Okay. Come on down to the butter barn. Yeah. I will once again go to this one. With my floppy flyer. Shit. Already, Andy? Jeez, girl, we just got here. Oh, I've got people here. Not the hammer! You're so ugly. You're so ugly. No, not that button. I was switching to my shotgun. I'm so mad. Well, maybe it's gonna be a short stream. Well, anyway, I don't know why it switched me to my big pot. I was trying to switch to my shotgun, and that is definitely the button that I pushed. So I'm not sure why I threw my shield potion at her instead of shooting her, but whatever. Whatever. Have I also said lately that I hate the hammers? Because I hate the hammers. I would like them to get rid of the hammers next. Epic, if you're listening. Well, now what? All right, I'll go. Wow. Wish I had a key. Excuse you. Ha ha! Neater, neater. Bye. Bye. Whoa. Come on, Bush Warrior. Love that. Oh, I didn't realize there was another one. No, ma'am. Sorry about this house. Whoops. There is a big shield in there if someone wants to get in there. Doxy, what are you doing all the way over there, girl? This is how Doxy always dies, way outside the circle. Excuse you. Doxy, watch out for the circle. Ah! You didn't think I was gonna be there. Love that. This is much better. This is much more like what I was expecting from us as a team. I kind of like the Guardian Shield. I'm actually going to take that myself, now that I think about it. Another guardian shield here. It's us and then one other squad, and they're up on the high ground. I think they're up there. Or if they're not up there, we should be. Oh, I don't know if I have any way to get up there. Oh, I didn't want all of us to come over here. I was trying to sneak up behind them. Well, second isn't bad. Second isn't bad. I was trying to be sneaky, but then I turned around and the whole squad was here with me. Oh well. Oh well. I think I'll probably do one more, and then I'm probably gonna wrap up and find someone to raid. I think. I think that's the move.
Don't have a good day. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Don't have a good day. Have a mimosa. That's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Ooh, maybe I'll see. I don't think Jared, I think Jared's off in the afternoon tomorrow. Maybe we'll go get brunch. Maybe we'll do brunch. That'd be cute. All right, what have you picked? Unless you want to go to the Citadel. I do need to eliminate an opponent there. But I know a lot of people don't like dropping there because it's a lot. It's a whole lot. There's usually some decent loot here. It can just be tricky getting out of here sometimes. And there is somebody else dropping here. I have a flame bow. And a shotgun. Oh, I'm a shitty aim, but not that shitty. Oh, I still have nothing good for guns. Well, if I'm not gonna have a good gun, I can at least make sure I have a bunch of ammo for my less good gun. Alar, thank you. Oh, it's a frog. We love a forecast. We gotta go. We gotta go. I think our bounty's inside that house. Or one of those houses. Or they were. Yeah, that's natural. Oh, girl. It's a rough landing, mama. I didn't notice all that. Get him, Ferg! I'm on my way! Got him! Y'all are doing great. We all have keys too, that's very wig. I'm guarding Andy while she runs through this little valley. Ooh, there's someone here. Oh, good job, Andy. There's two more up here. Just watch out for the circle. I know it's tempting to go chase them. I hear the fee-fi-fo of the hammers. I'm trying to blow us up. I heard that. Oh, that sucks. I was hoping for some better guns in here. Girl, I don't think more than 2 of us can get in that truck. Oh, there's so many people here. I'm fucked. I gotta go. I gotta go. Got one. Oh, get wrecked! Good job, Andy. Oh! Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, I gotta go! Get away from me. Nobody look at me or talk to me! Oh my god, I gotta go. Oh my god, I gotta go. What happened? Doxy, where the hell are you? I didn't even realize you were still alive. Oh my god, they're coming. Ooh, they're coming. Doxy, they're gonna fuck me up. They're so bad. Doxy, get them. Well, that was a lot. That was a lot. And I feel like everybody else was just sitting and waiting for us and not fighting each other. If we're being honest. If we're being honest. Well, GG's. We got close. Close but no cigar, as they say in the biz. Why are my buttons not working? Hello? GG's. Thank y'all for playing. I appreciate it. Maybe we'll get them next time. Maybe we'll get them next time. But until then... Let's find someone to raid, huh? Ugh, let's find someone to raid. Who do we want to raid? Who do we want to raid? Let's find someone new. Let's look in the Fortnite category. What are the odds there are some people in the drag tag? Oh my gosh, there is. Other than me. Drag queen Maui. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I've seen this person on TikTok. I think I've seen them on TikTok before. Yes, I have. I'm following her. Oh, we're gonna read them. It's over. I'm not sure to pronounce this name. I think it's Anya. Oh, Anya All Night. Now that I've read it out loud, there's an X in there, but I think it's one of those like aesthetic X's and not one you're supposed to actually pronounce. So I think their name is Anya All Night, which is very clever. So let's go ahead and raid them. They're playing Fortnite. It looks like they're playing solos, if I had to guess. So let's raid them. They're from Hawaii. 420 friendly, loud, went to public school. Relatable, hello. Hello, relatable, we love that. All right, let's get this raid going. Y'all know the drill. Go ahead and copy whichever raid command you've got the emotes for. I'm partial to the one with my emotes, but I'm not here to judge. Let's go show some love to Anya. In the meantime, go ahead and follow me on all those socials. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Oh, I need to take the second TikTok out of there. That's what I'm gonna do right after this. Join us on the Discord. Again, we do watch parties for Drag Race every Friday. Yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me. Andy, thank you for gifting the sub to Ruby. Ferg, thank you for the resub. Thank you all for hanging out and playing games with me tonight. I love you all so much. I'll be back on Monday. Maybe we'll play something different. We've been doing a lot of Fortnite lately, so maybe I gotta keep that variety tag label. So let's go show some love to Anya. I will see you all on the internet. Bye.
Blend your cheeks.